Events with the arrival of both Frieza and Core, both Goku and Vegeta realized that they need to get stronger than before, realizing that their current power will not be enough. So they said that they should master the current power that they have right now, and then go to the next level of power that they should possess right now. Of course, most of the original sagas that happened after this will be going the same as the original, or in canon. But the difference is that both Goku and Vegeta will be stronger, and instead of just Goku winning the Universe vs. 7 tournament, it will be Vegeta because he was actually much stronger. He was actually able to realize his time skip after battling him. So he was most likely able to win through strategy and technique, and able to practically defeat Hit. I mean, of course, Zamasu will still practically decide to practically take Goku's body like in the original, eventually into a Goku Black arc still occurring. But in this arc, things will take a much drastic turn than the original one. Because Boku and Vegeta will try to push their limits further beyond, and Goku actually decides to join Vegeta so they can go inside the time chamber, believing that in this, they should get even stronger than before. So Goku and Vegeta continue to train with each other, and eventually they achieve new levels of power. Power that they actually never expected, but Goku believed that maybe it would be enough. With both of them achieving new forms, and they eventually decide to face off against Goku Black. Goku Black was shot as they were now in their new forms, with Goku having Blue Kaioken times 20 and Vegeta in Blue Evolution. And then, of course, greatly surprised Black, as he never expected that these two models could even stronger than before. But they did prove Goku Black wrong, as they were easy starts to overpower him. Goku can now even use Kaioken times 10 with no difficulty to his body, thanks to Blue's incredible ki control. And of course, Vegeta with Blue Evolution is much more stronger and much more durable than would have been previously. Of course, both of them will easily able to practically defeat Goku Black. Of course, that will still be a big threat, and eventually Frieza will still occur. But both of which had the same levels as Vegeta Blue in his timeline to practically defeat Zamasu. Of course, Zamasu would still do the same trick of practically fusing with the entire universe, and eventually, of course, Zeno would erase Zamasu, leading to practically Goku again, giving Future Zeno his home in the present timeline. Most events that occur after this will be pretty much the same as the original, except that Boku and Vegeta actually decides to get even stronger than before. I thought that they should need to increase their power and strength. But also, some of the humans will actually not be that convinced to practically decide to join a tournament, leading that to Boku and Vegeta that they need only one option left. Is to practically revive or even bring back Core and Frieza, because they're the strongest persons that they know they can be brought back. Of course, Goku thinks that maybe they have enough power to practically defeat them, but Vegeta is still doubtful. If they're able to get this strong in just a couple of months, and hell, that should be much more difficult. But of course, Goku still wanted to practically do that, because he believed that they should use it still in the same way. Of course, Beerus said that if practically Core and Frieza try to do something suspicious, he'll practically deal with them in Goku's regard. Of course, Goku did thank Lord Beerus, and eventually they go to meet Core and Frieza. But of course, the tournament will begin like in the original, with Goku and Vegeta recruiting Core itself. Frieza, of course, will practically still decide to do his scheme against Goku. Of course, Core actually be much more respectful to Goku, and actually decided to practically take this chance to see if Goku's gotten stronger. Of course, Goku goes to his silver form, and Goku goes to Super Saiyan Blue. But this time, the battle is actually incredibly even. Goku actually tells that Core has actually gone stronger. Core explained that him and his brother did a lot of mental training while they were in hell. Practically Core was in the same hell as Frieza was, because they knew that if they let Core out, you most likely mean that he would be training in hell for as long as you want, just like he did previously, which would be a pretty big trouble for King Yama. So they said to practically trap him with his brother in, of course, Frieza's own version of hell. Goku would, of course, grew stronger thanks to fighting with Core, and Core actually have much more respect for Goku. Unlike his brother who's purely evil, Core actually gave a chance, being slightly neutral to some extent. So Core practically helped Goku to get slightly stronger, but not too much. Of course, Goku actually told that both Core and Frieza have actually hidden their true power, and Goku realizes that he needs to get stronger with Vegeta. So they go inside the time chamber and eventually train both Beerus and Whis so they get even stronger. And eventually the time of the tournament begins. When of course Universe 7 actually able to get much more eliminations than the original, because Core actually would have wanted actually his universe to survive because he doesn't want to be erased. So practically he and Frieza will eliminate a couple of universes. Of course, Moku and Vegeta will also do the same, leading to practically Universe 7 having multiple eliminations. Universe 11 will of course would eventually join as well, and eliminate some universes as well. As for the battle between Universe 6 Saiyans and Universe 7 Saiyans, we'll still go the same as the original. But with the interference with Gohan, we're going to actually have the ultimate form having stronger than before. Due to his training, Gohan will actually fight against Kefla instead of Goku in his timeline. Of course, Goku would still fight Jiren like in the original, and of course unlock Ultra Instinct, but this will be much more different because Goku would actually not be pushed by a Spirit Bomb to try to break his limits, but instead activate after a Spirit Bomb was pushed back at him. And eventually, he's just absorbing the Spirit Bomb and using Ultra Instinct against Jiren. Of course, Jiren was incredibly surprised by the power that Goku possessed, and used more of his power as well. Frieza did practically give some of his energy to Goku, and even Core did the same as well, practically able to make Goku recover fully due to their energies being incredibly large. And eventually, both Core and Frieza decided to practically face off against Jiren, being the strongest warrior in Universe 11. They both want to see if he can actually hold this title truly. So both of them start to power up as the Dark Aura covered them. Beerus and even Whis were surprised as they could feel that the immense power both Core and Frieza possess, as both of them power up. With of course both emperors telling Jiren that he should be grateful for their acting now going into their ultimate forms. With both of them powering up, his Core's fifth form changes, with his armor still staying white but his entire body and even his helmet turning a dark shade of color. While Frieza's body goes dark black, Core's helmet of some sorts actually goes purple, and he grows more powerful as the dark aura covers him with a purple hint alongside Frieza, with both of them now in their black stages. Both eventually will be in shock by just by feeling the immense power that both Cooler and Frieza possess. They never expected that those two emperors would ever achieve this greater power. Even Beerus has started to sweat as he realized that both their powers is incredibly large and powerful. Beerus can tell that if he is to fight both Core and Frieza, he will lose. Their power is so much greater than even his. Beerus fears that maybe he have made a mistake practically letting Core and Frieza to practically join the tournament because they can use their powers to practically kill anyone they want. And their power can almost be matchable to an angel, but not to the same level as the Grand Priest. Maybe one of the lower angels, yes, but they can actually defeat all gods of destruction if they desire to. Of course, Frieza would have fought dirt against Jiren, would actually fight much more fairly even until his brothers practically fight fair. Of course, Frieza will get irritated, but he was like to listen to his brother just this once. And eventually, both of them fight against Jiren. Of course, Jiren does able to practically achieve his limit breaker form, and eventually fight against both the emperors. Of course, Jiren was actually able to put silently a bit of a fight against the two of them, but eventually Goku decided to join him as he activates Master Ultra Instinct, surprising both the emperors as even Vegeta activates Ultra Ego, with both Goku and Vegeta telling him that they achieved these forms a long time ago, but they want to keep them hidden, believing that Frieza and Core have not gone strong themselves. But after they see their performance right now, they can tell that those two emperors have gone stronger. Goku tells them that this final battle will be between the two of them and the two emperors. Of course, Frieza laughs and says that he'll finally get his revenge, while Core is kind of hesitant and asks Goku if he's really sure. Even though he knows that Goku and Vegeta have gone stronger, he's not quite sure they can stand a chance against him, since he's even stronger than his brother. Of course, Frieza gets irritated to hear that from Core, but Core tells him that is the truth. Frieza may have much more potential than him, but comparable to hard work, he's much more better than Frieza. Frieza scoffs, but decides to agree with his brother. He decides to face off against the two Saiyans, with both Emperors rushing on their targets, with Core rushing at Goku and Frieza rushing at Vegeta. And the two battles begin to clash. Of course, Beerus told Goku and Vegeta that they were doing a grave mistake because those two were not to be joked around with. Even Zen was actually surprised that the other universe was starting to fight against each other. But Jiren actually watched from a stance since his universe was still not raised because of Toppo actually not deciding to practically reject his pride, but just watching the battle. Jiren was actually surprised to actually see the power that you possess with the Ultra Instinct. Even the angels weren't even surprised that a mortal could actually have Master Ultra Instinct and even mastered it as well. This was an incredibly good feat for Goku, but even a better feat for Vegeta was the cheetah power of destruction and the power of God destruction himself. Even, of course, Toppo was surprised that Vegeta made this power his, and not just reject his pride, instead carrying it and using it to boost his power even further. Toppo realized that Vegeta is gone a much more better path than he did, so realizing that he should at least stay to see how this battle will go. Eventually, both emperors will find the most two strongest Saiyans as the battle will go on, with all the angels actually being incredibly surprised by the power that those four mortals possessed. With Frieza trying to attack Vegeta, but every time he does that, Vegeta just grew stronger. And Vegeta just laughs and tells Frieza to continue hitting him since you get even stronger than her before. Frieza gets irritated and continues to pummel down Vegeta, but Vegeta just gets stronger each time Frieza pummels him down. While for Goku, he was easily able to dodge Core's attacks, with Core starting to get irritated by Goku's immense speed. But he can tell that Dooku's speed is a big advantage for him because he can land much more hits, and Core knows that he and his brother have not mastered the black forms. They're just barely able to keep them up. He knows that Frieza most of the time will drop out of the form while he can probably stay much longer with it because his fifth form is much more stable and much more mastered, unlike his brothers. The battle will still continue to go on, with these two battles being incredibly close. But eventually, Frieza starts to get tired out and eventually drop out of his black form, and Vegeta decides to practically finish off Frieza as he blasts him away, leading to be in the stance of defeated. Of course, Frieza gets irritated and yells at Vegeta, but Beerus threatens Frieza if he tries to do anything. Since Frieza is now powerless, Frieza decides to practically stay silent. As for Core, he continues to fight with Goku, and Core is actually able to put up a really great fight against Goku, but after some time, Goku gets the advantage on Core and eventually defeats him, with the two Emperors now being eliminated, and eventually Goku and Vegeta being the MVP for a tournament. Of course, they still defeat Toppo and they're the MVP. Of course, they still do the same wish that 17 Android 17 would have done, particularly restoring every universe that was erased in a tournament, which of course would have led to the peaceful time. Of course, in some line, of course, Goku eventually has to not actually revive Frieza and Core actually accept that since he doesn't have a problem with it. As Frieza, he would get irritated and ask Goku why. They did what he wanted, but of course Goku tells him that they were evil, so why should he even practically hold up his words to a villain who does not hold their words? Of course, he tries to attack Goku, but Core just grabs his head and tells him that they accepted their proposal and they cannot refuse him. Even though Goku is actually indeed correct, they were villains, so Goku should not have trusted them. So he actually sees the fair point in Goku's words. Core eventually wishes good luck in Goku's life, as Goku thanks to Core and eventually they go back to hell, which could actually be much more calmer than Frieza as they go back. As for the Broly movie, you guys are wondering, Goku and Vegeta were actually able to find Broly a couple of months ago, and eventually even recruit him. Of course, Paragus will still want to practically Broly to kill Vegeta, but Vegeta was able to convince Paragus of practically staying on Earth, while he stays on Beerus' plan with Broly so he can help him control his power. Paragus will be against it, but eventually he will agree so he can get his son to be much stronger. And of course, Broly will be able to get stronger. Of course, I'm gonna say that both Chilai and Lemon were able to practically find themselves on Earth by a coincidence and eventually meet with Broly, eventually bonding the same relationship that they have in the original canon, and eventually most of the other events will still go the same as the original, except that the fact that more will be erased and not be a big of a threat, meaning that 7-3 won't practically not escape, meaning that the Gruno organ is actually much more lowered down and takes a couple of years later, and of course Boku and Vegeta are even shorter than canon, means that the lifespan for both Granola and Gas will be much bigger than the original, leading to Gas actually be much more near death, and of course Boku and Vegeta actually for the first time would have used something that they had never done before, fusion with the Patari rings, and eventually defeated Gas, leading to a peaceful years of time. And of course, Boku and Vegeta continue on with their lives, and eventually hoping for the next generation to surpass them so they can protect the world and the universe with the new threats. But that's the end for this with it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sayonara, everyone.